Hello and welcome to Harmonious Spirits. I have a bit of allergies or a cold or something, so please just, I hope that the sound quality is okay and that my voice will be loud enough. Um, but I wanted to talk about dancing because that is something that I've been pretty active on all of my social media platforms with and pretty public about. And there's been both negative and positive responses to that. But I also wanted to talk about just my overall experience and thoughts after 1 month. It's not a significant amount of time, like, to have anything like quite down yet, so I'm not saying that my experience won't change over time. So I thought that it would be an interesting thing to document of like the pros and the cons of what I've liked so far. I've met some pretty interesting people in terms of both the girls and the customers alike. Um, I really I enjoy the atmosphere of the club. It's helped with my health in several categories. Mentally, I feel like I am a bit stronger. Well, my finger was on the thing. And I have a little less social anxiety, but like outside of the club, I somehow have a little bit more social anxiety now. In terms of my physical health, I've been documenting on Instagram my muscle progression. My tummy is super toned as well right now. I'm working kind of a lot of hours just because I truly enjoy being on the pole. It does something for the autistic properties of my body and soul. Like, I really like the movement. So that's been nice. It's really chilly. It just snowed, so yeah. Because of pole, I am going to be getting a 2 bedroom, 2 bath apartment here tomorrow. I'm putting down my reservation, so that's super exciting. I'm going to be living with somebody in recovery, and we are going to be starting a podcast, which is super funny because another podcast about the same topics just launched. So go check out Kinkier World. That is a podcast put on by somebody else in Seattle. So it's good to support the other local folk here. I've also taken up Japanese and probably will learn a bit of Spanish as well, just because I've learned a lot about language barriers since being in an area that receives a lot of tourism and people that are traveling from areas that have different languages and different cultures. I think that it's really interesting to get to interact with that. I'm sorry, I keep on coughing, so I have to keep on pausing it. I love being able to see women feeling empowered by their choices and seeing the types of things that they're able to do for not only themselves but for their families, and growing with them and watching their dancing skills improve, and having them there for the good and the bad days has been really important, especially during this past slow week. And lastly, we can't lie, the money is pretty nice. It allows us to be able to take care of ourselves, especially if we have disabilities. The negatives mainly consist of other people's perceptions of what my experience is like. And most of the time, I feel like those people haven't been inside of clubs or they've had some type of negative connotation with them previously before I had started working here. I hate that a lot of my friends will worry about my safety. And I hate that a lot of the time my decision isn't seen as something that is thought through or could be lucrative or something to be passionate about. A lot of people stigmatize it with a bit of shame. But for me, overall, I've I've had a good month, and I look forward to seeing what the future may hold. Um, but yeah, so I'm going to go because my voice is just too crackly for this. But feel free to check out that podcast, and I'm going to have more vlogs coming soon because I'm finally getting to a point in my life where I can actually make YouTube a priority again. So that's really good. All right, bye guys.